Okay, so picture this. What if military training felt less like a chore and more like an e-sport? That's the wild concept we're going to dive into today. It's a totally new approach to fitness that's mixing pro sports, all that wearable tech you see everywhere, and even video games, all to solve one of the military's biggest and oldest challenges: readiness. I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. What if that daily grind of staying in peak physical shape? What if it wasn't a chore, but instead felt like you were in a season-long tournament? And what if your own personal fitness could actually land you on a national stage? With fans, sponsors, the whole deal. That's the big idea we're going to unpack here. Right. So at its very core, this whole thing is about rethinking what readiness even means for a totally new generation of service members. So look, the core problem isn't that the old school drills are broken or anything. No way, they are absolutely essential. The real challenge is, how do you keep a modern force, one that's totally tech savvy, consistently engaged? How do you make staying in peak condition, that ability to perform under incredible stress, feel less like just another order from the top and more like something you want to do because it's competitive and, fun?
Well, the answer they've come up with is this really cutting-edge initiative. It's called the Military Fitness Games.
And let me tell you, the mission here it's ambitious. This is not just about getting people to run a little faster or lift a little more. We're talking about a total revolution. It's about using all the tools of modern sports, the wearable tech, the data, the slick marketing, to completely flip the script on how service members even think about their own fitness. And just to be clear, this isn't some small pilot program we're talking about. The goal here is huge. It's to get every single branch of the military involved, creating one big, unified platform for competition that stretches across the entire armed forces. Okay, probably the easiest way to think about it is like this. It's kind of like part fantasy football, with all the stats and team competition, and part Olympics, with that focus on individual glory. But, and this is the key part, at the end of the day, every single point you score, every challenge you win, it all ties directly back to one thing: making the military more ready. All right, so if you're a service member, you're probably wondering, how does this actually work? How do I play? Let's break down the gameplay. Getting started is designed to be super simple, just like any app you download. First, you get the app, then you connect your wearable, like a Garmin or a Whoop, something you might already have. You watch a quick intro video, pass a little quiz, and boom, you join the team for your base. They made it really, really easy to get in the game. Now, once you're in, you actually get to pick your own path. You're not just forced into one specific kind of fitness. So if you're a basketball player, great. If you're a runner, there's a place for you. Or maybe your thing is more traditional weightlifting and those classic military challenges. Whatever it is, there's a category where you can compete and represent your base. And here's where the whole gamification thing really kicks into high gear. You're earning points for pretty much everything. Playing your sport, you get points. Hitting your daily fitness goals that your watch is tracking, you get points. Heck, you even get points for watching tutorial videos and taking quizzes. The whole system is built to reward not just the top athletes, but also the people who show up and participate consistently. So what's the big goal here? What's the incentive? Well, it's huge. The top two competitors, we're talking one male, one female, from every single installation, they get to move on from their local leaderboards to a massive final event, a national competition that's going to be televised for the whole world to see. A setup like this creates a pretty powerful win-win situation. It's designed to benefit absolutely everyone, from the individual service member all the way up to the military as a whole. Think about it. For the military, you get a healthier, more prepared force. That could mean people stay in longer, and healthcare costs go down. Plus, it opens the door to sponsorship money. Then, for the individual service member, it's a chance to build their own personal brand, maybe get some endorsements, and even set themselves up for a career after they leave the service. It's this really cool cycle where everybody comes out ahead. Okay, so let's zoom out for a minute, because this whole idea, it doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's actually tapping into this huge global trend where the lines between fitness, gaming, and pro sports are all starting to blur together into something totally new. I want you to think about this number: $26 billion. That's how much money the military is projected to spend on gamification every year by 2028. So this isn't some niche little experiment. It's a massive commitment to using game mechanics for, well, everything, from training to recruiting. And the military fitness games? It fits right into that strategy perfectly. And if you want to understand the business model, all you have to do is look at the world of esports. I mean, it's already a billion-dollar industry, and guess where a ton of that money comes from? Sponsorships. The Military Fitness Games is basically aiming to tap into that exact same playbook, creating something that brands and TV networks would actually want to be a part of. So the end game isn't just a competition, it's a full-blown media event. The final showdown isn't some simple fitness test. No, it's a spectacle. I want you to imagine professional sports level coverage, those inspiring athlete profile pieces, live entertainment. The whole thing is designed to celebrate these military athletes and, really, to turn readiness itself into a spectator sport. You know, as we see pretty much every part of our lives getting gamified, it brings up a really fascinating question. Is it possible that the future of something as important, as vital as national security could actually be tied to who's at the top of a leaderboard? It's a pretty wild thought to chew on, isn't it?